Well, hello there, all you amazing people. We are going to do something new. We are going to merge two of my favorite things in the universe because apparently YouTube love it when I'm trolling and making fun of the Linux community. So we are going to merge reaction with laughing at the Linux community. That's why this is called LOL at laughing out loud at the Linux community. That I have actually followed for many years. I've known about said YouTuber for many years, and the journey has been wild and exciting because if you cannot laugh at the craziness coming out from this channel, it's kind of like a comedic channel without trying to be a comedic channel, because if you want to see batshit crazy shit about Linux, you watch this channel. And it's Gardiner Bryant. I have no idea how to pronounce it. I'll just call him batshit crazy Linux guy, okay? So we have batshit crazy Linux guy Uno One here, been around for many years, and the fun thing about this dude here is he was known as the Linux Gamer back in the day. If you go way down here, the Linux Game reviews, the Linux Game, he was trying like 7 years and so ago to make it as a Linux gaming content creator. Didn't really pan out that well. So because we all know Linux people have this vast amount of fucking intelligence and untapped potential that they're just sitting on their asses every day, that we normal puny humans can't comprehend. So he was kind of a little bit like, I need to be taking a little bit more seriously. So he was trying to do gaming content still, but going into like educational subjects, subjects that will make you think, editorial content, newsist content and stuff like that. Exploring subjects that would be interesting to the open source community, the FOSS community at large. He wanted to branch out, basically. And it was a little bit more successful than Linux gamers, because Linux gamers are not what are most of out there. According to Steam, is it like 2% of all Steam gamers are running Linux or something like that? Is it even? I can't. That's OS versions. 2.3% of all Steam users, and this is with Steam Deck and what have you not, are running good old Linux. Yeah, that's a lot. We all know that under 2% of a market is amazingly big. Just like my penis, by the way. It's like, it's like catching the biggest fish in the pond and be like, yeah, it's massive. It's really massive. So we all know that Linux gaming is massive. It's really massive. But yeah, he tried to branch out because of the massive Linux game area. And he did okay. I will say this, most of his take was like, imagine a flat earther talking about flat earth. That's like listening to him talking about Linux. You can have 1000% proof that Linux is not doing well or he is wrong with something, and he will try to do the most amazing mental gymnastic you have ever known or seen, so he end up being right and Linux being actually way superior than anything else and stuff like that. It's a common theme with Linux users is that if you are a Linux fanboy, you must use all of the thought brains in your brain, all of the combined IQ of the sun, to make sure that in every debate you are doing gymnastic that will make a fucking steroid-introduced Russian athlete jealous of, just to say that Linux is massively superior. I call small penis complex, but yeah. So what happened with this dude here? It starts to get even better. He discovered the Steam Deck. Valve was like, the Steam Deck is coming. This guy's Linux nerd boner slapped him in the fucking chin, so you can still hear the fucking flapping from his double chin. I know I have one. To this day, of the fucking boner he got when, well, the most predatorial gaming associate company in the fucking world, the most anti-consumer and anti-developer company in the world, the most proprietary company in the world, the company that takes way more telemetry and data about you when you're using the services than almost any other beside maybe fucking Google. But as a freedom-loving, privacy-focused, amazing Linux advocate, he just couldn't help himself. He found his calling. It was called the Steam Deck. And we all know the tale of the Steam Deck with the massive user base that is gaming user base on Linux that was like, the Steam Deck is going to outcompete PC gaming. PC gaming is going to be irrelevant. And people like me was like, yeah, of course it is. I've heard this before. I've been using Linux for 25 years. I hear this every year. Anyway, oh, it's going to be so great. And Valve's coming out. Yeah, every game is going to work on the Steam Deck. And his penis is like really fucking shoving him in the chin right now. He's like, yeah, oh my god, yes. And we're like, yeah, prove it. And then it's like, well, most game is going to fucking work. And this dude is like, yeah, most games. Did you hear this, Linux people? We are going to outcompete Windows. We're going to take all Windows. And then it was like, yeah, some games. And then you kind of saw that little, penis in his chin was starting to go down a little bit. Oh, not all. Oh, well, all the popular games. And then the Steam Deck came out, and you can only play about 18% of the games. And when I say play, they don't run perfectly. You can install it, you can start it up. They are playable. 18% of the Steam catalog is working on the Steam Deck. 18%. And that happened in a lifespan of like a year or something like that. From every game is going to work. It's going to be the best thing ever. PC gaming outdated. Linux is going to be the best fucking gaming platform ever. And while he was talking like that, everyone that was not part of the Linux community and had been slapped in the face by the massive fucking titties of a Tux Penguin were basically just sitting there and be like, what are you saying? Do you even understand how little sense you're making right now? Do you get it? Do you get that Linux cannot outcompete $1 billion fucking industry where 98 or 7% of all users that are gaming on the PC platform are doing it on Windows? A little fucking Steam Deck is going to outcompete that. And here's the fun thing. This is why people love to laugh at Linux people. Gaming under Linux have done nothing to hurt the Windows platform. This is from April, by the way. 96%. The Steam Deck has done nothing to hurt the Windows gaming platform. Yeah, but here's another. It gets even better with this, like, really fucking intelligent Linux guy here. Like, the amount of fucking brilliance, it gets even better. Then ASRock, or Asus ROG, is making an ally to compete with the Steam Deck. And he makes this massive video about that Windows cannot be a console, and we should not trust any fucking handheld PCs, even though he himself has promoted the Steam Deck as a handheld PC. Figure that one out. And it's the worst fucking shit, never going to happen, blah, 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 and it's the fucking bullshit, and nobody can compete with the Steam Deck, and the nerd boner is like all over his face, and, Gabe Nolan is like fucking up in his ass, and he's just having a great time shitting on the fucking Asus ROG. And I was watching this on a live stream with some good buddies of mine, aka you guys, my viewers and girls and robots, and for that matter. And someone was like, why don't he do like, it's a whole new market just open up for a channel that's all about apparently handheld gaming devices, or in his case the Steam Deck. Why did he not do this whole comparison thing? It could be like he could make so much money comparing the Asus ROG versus the Steam Deck and stuff like that. We had a really, really great, interesting, again, low tier, low IQ conversation, because even though I was running Linux while we were having that conversation, I'm also a Windows user, so I cannot have an IQ over 12. That's why, I had the community to help me out thinking stuff. And we were talking about all of the potential content he could be making with the Ally ROG and stuff like that. And 10 hours ago from recording this video, he just confirmed the launch price, and he apparently pre-ordered one. Where if you were watching this video down here, you will definitely have the idea and the notion that he will not touch that if it was disease-free hooker that will fuck him for free and look like a fucking hot-ass fucking model. He will not touch that shit. He will not have anything to do with it. It was the worst thing ever. And now he apparently can see that the massive amount of content and money that he's losing out on for not having anything to do with it. And people are wondering why everyone from outside of the Linux community is laughing at the Linux community. If you want to have a really good idea why a lot of people cannot take the Linux community seriously, you just look at this fucking channel. And I love his description. Follow me for biased opinions about Linux and gaming. Yeah. It's as biased as talking to a flat earther and being like, you do know that you cannot fall out of the fucking edges. You know, there's no iceberg, encapsulating the whole fucking world. You know, the universe is not a fucking Etch-a-Sketch that NASA's sitting and doing at home every time you look up at it, okay? It's fun to see someone being a hardcore Linux gamer when Linux gaming under Linux was keen to be like trying to find gold in your apartment while you're pissed drunk and someone is playing the blues behind you. To then abandoning more or less Linux gaming to try and become a more serious YouTuber. To then having a massively predatorial company releasing a product that happens to run Linux get him so excited that he forget that said product is way more anti-consumer than Windows is or Microsoft is. But it's running Linux. And again, people wonder why people from outside of the Linux community is laughing at Linux people because of this fucking shit here. Bitching and moaning about Windows doing something and then you're sucking the cock of Valve. That is basically just Microsoft for gaming. It's what it is. Valve or Steam is Windows for gaming. It's Microsoft and Windows for gaming. And they are way more predatorial than they. Like, you don't own any fucking game on your Steam library. What if Gabe Noble is like, you know what, suckers, I'm closing this shit down tomorrow. Fuck you all. All of the fucking cards you have in your inventory and your skins for your knives and shit like that and your games. What about those fucking shit? See you all later. Bye-bye.